Okay, so in this segment we're going to talk about how to make a parallel connection on a 9-lead Y-connected motor. Now again, it's important to remember that anytime we're making a parallel connection, this is for the low voltage. And that means that each one of these windings, from here to here, when we look at its voltage rating, is rated for the lower voltage. In other words, 230 volts here is what we can assume is the rated voltage across each one of these windings. So when we go to make this connection, we have to make sure that we're not applying more than that. So let's take a look at how we're actually going to accomplish that. So the first thing we're going to do is, because we have a 9-lead Y-connected motor, is we're going to actually take out this Y right here, and we're going to move it off to the side here a little bit, like so. So that's one of our Y's. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually create another Y by doing this. I'm going to bring this guy down to here. Let's do this. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this guy up to here. And you're going to have to redo this a little bit here. So I'll bring this guy over, and we're going to actually make another connection. We'll show you here in a second exactly how this all works. So we go like this. So for the parallel connection, here's what happens. You can see that what we essentially do over here is we're going to connect 4, 5, and 6 together right here. Okay, that forms another star point, giving us a second Y, as you can see. Okay, now the next trick then, once we have our two Y's, we need to do some more interconnecting. So what we're going to do is we're going to take line 1 and we're going to connect that to 7 and to 1. We're going to take line 2, and I'm going to use another color here. We'll use the red, black, blue scenario, so I'll use red for this one. So we're going to take line 2 and we're going to connect to 8, and we're also going to connect to 2 in a roundabout way. And then the last one we're going to join up as well would be line 3. So line 3 can connect to 9, and it can also connect to 3. Now that's your parallel connection. Keep in mind that it doesn't matter what color you run to each one of, for example, 9 and 3 could be our red phase, it could be our black phase. It doesn't matter. The only thing that's going to do by interchanging any two leads, if you recall from previous lectures, is that that's going to change the direction of our rotation. It will not affect electrically the actual voltage that's being applied across those particular points. So now let's take a look at what we actually have here when we do this. So I'm going to apply a maximum of 230 volts line to line. Okay, that means from line 1 to line 3, for example, the maximum voltage I'm going to apply to that particular connection is going to be 230 volts. Now when I do that, we have to ask ourselves this question: have I exceeded the rating of voltage, or the voltage rating, if you will, of any of the windings by doing that? Well, if you consider that each one of these windings from here to here is rated for 230 volts, we're actually applying 230 volts from 9 to 7. The actual voltage that you're going to see on each winding is going to be √3 less than 230. Now, if we take out our calculators and do that, which I'm just doing right now, we're going to take 230 and we're going to divide that by √3. Let's see here, √3. We end up with 132 and change. So we're actually only applying about 133 volts across each winding. So we're well within that 230 volt range of the voltage rating of 230. So we've done a good job here, and you can see that this low voltage connection will allow us to use all the windings of the motor, giving us full rotation, full power output, and all that other good stuff. So something to keep in mind then is, just to reiterate what we've talked about then, this is the parallel connection. Parallel is always for low.